Hello students, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to start class 11's the chapter sets, and this is the first session of the chapter sets. Now set theory is the basic foundation of mathematics. If we want to discuss any branch of mathematics like calculus, algebra, then theoretical computer science, the discussion will not be complete without the concept of set theory. Now there are various definitions of set for operational convenience. Generally the word set in regard to the sets, that means set theory, we means any collection of different well-defined objects. Different, that means all the elements, all the objects must be different and they must be well-defined. Now this is the most important word for the definition set. The term well-defined is it means that there should be no ambiguity regarding the membership of a particular item in a particular set. For example, suppose a set can be formed comprising the students of class 11 securing more than suppose 60% marks in mathematics. Okay, so you need to collect all the students of class 11, those who are getting more than 60% marks. So it is quite obvious that we can collect all those students. How? Because this is well defined collection. Because suppose 61%, somebody got 61%. That means it's more than 60. So this particular student will be included in that collection. Okay, but suppose somebody got 59%, that means it doesn't fulfill the condition, so it doesn't belong to the collection that we are taking here. So that means we can differentiate that which are not there in the set and which are there in the set. That's why we will be saying that all the objects are well defined. Now, this particular concept of well defined will be more clear if I give you a counter example. Like, you think about that I'm telling you to form a set comprising the students of class 11, but I'm not telling that they are securing some marks or something. I'm giving you some description. Suppose suppose the intelligent students of class 11, or suppose brilliant students of class 11. Now, how will you find them from your class? Because the term intelligence or the term brilliance, this is different for each person. I may be thinking that you are brilliant, but somebody else might not be thinking about you like that. So the ideas of intelligent students, brilliant students, this is totally different for each person. So these are not well defined because they are not fixed. For everybody they are different. As they are not fixed, so this particular collection, intelligent students, will not be well defined. So this collection is not a set, but the first collection that we took, that securing more than 60% marks, is a well-defined collection. That means it's a set. Okay. Now what I told when I started, I told that set is a well-defined collection of different objects. That means an object cannot be a member of set more than once. Suppose an equation x square minus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So this is a quadratic equation, and obviously its roots are x equals to 1 and 1. Okay, but the roots are similar, same here. Okay, now suppose I'm asking you to form a set consisting of the roots of this quadratic equation. So you will be getting two objects, 1 and 1, but the set that a set consisting of the roots of this equation, according to the definition, distinct. So A will have only one element, and that is 1. It will not be repeated. Okay. Now before we go to the main topic, that is set or set theory, we need to know some of the symbols that are related to set, and their meanings also we will be discussing. So I'm just writing symbol and here meaning. Okay, so the first symbol comes, that is capital R. Look, this R may be a normal set, but for general notation real number set, this is real number set. Okay, so this is real number set, and I have just differentiated it with double time vertical lines. Okay, R plus, that means positive real numbers set. R minus, negative real numbers set. Z, set of all integers. Z plus, set of all positive integers. Z minus, set of all negative integers. Capital N, natural number set. Capital Q, rational number set. Capital Q plus, positive rationals. Capital Q minus, negative rationals. I, irrational numbers. Phi, this is called phi. Okay, phi is null or empty or void set. This sign, this is belongs to sign, belongs to. This sign does not belong to. This one implies that. This one implies that and implied by. Then subset. Then proper subset. then or like this colon or a vertical line, this will be read as such that. Okay, then a to the power c or a bar or a dash or a prime, complement of a, union of sets, intersection of sets, contains, does not contain, for all, difference. So these are all notations, or you can say symbols, will be used throughout the chapter and in further mathematics. So these must be written in your copy, must be there in your copy. Very important part to know all the notations before you start mathematics for class 11. Now coming to the main topic, that is definition of set properly. So the definition of set, that means it will be a well-defined collection of distinct object, distinct or different, anything you can write, distinct objects which are independent of order, which are independent of order, is called a set. So this is the proper definition. A well-defined collection of distinct objects which are independent of order is called a set. Okay. For example, suppose the collection of vowels. Okay. And I'm just denoting the set name as V, collection of vowels. So it will be A, E, I, O, U. Second bracket must be there for the notation set. Second bracket, always second bracket. Now what I told, that well defined, yes, these are well defined because we know that there are 5 vowels in English alphabets. So A, E, I, O, U, okay with that, well defined collection. Distinct objects, all are distinct, independent of order, that means V is equals to this. Somebody can write down like this, I first, then O, then E, then U, then A. But ultimately you can see there are 5 objects, all are like this, only their position of appearing changed. Doesn't matter with that, that means order doesn't matter here in the set. So we can say that V consisting of, V is the set consisting of the elements I, O, E, U, A, E, I, O, U, these 5. So these are elements of a set. So how can we write it down? I belongs to V. You go to the symbols that you just wrote in your copy. So I belongs to V. That means I is an element of V. Again, this I'm telling I belongs to V, but suppose B, the letter B doesn't belongs to V. That means B is not an element of V. Okay, so V is the set of these 5 elements. I hope you have understood it. Now, representation of a set. Representation of a set this actually representation are of 2 types. Number 1, roster or tabular form, and second one is set builder form. First one is roster or tabular form, second one is set builder form. Now the way I have written here, where you can see exactly which elements are there, and we are writing all elements, just putting comma in between 2 elements. This form is roster or tabular form. Okay, so roster and tabular form is very easy. Now we will go to set builder form. Now what is set builder form? Set builder form, this is the form by which a set is described by stating a builder of the set, which is the common well-defined property satisfied by each element of the set, and that is called set builder form. In this case, the set is represented by like this: X such that P of X holds. The set of all X such that P of X hold. This is such that somebody can write down X such that P of X holds. Again I am telling, for these symbols you go to the symbols that you wrote. Now this P of X is a common property of an element X which must be satisfied by each element. For example, V equals to X such that X is a vowel of English alphabet. So you all know that English alphabet will be A, E, I, O, U. That means this is the set builder form, and from set builder form we can write it in roster or tabular form like this, using the description, using the condition, using the property, whatever you can say. X must be vowel. So how many vowels are there in English alphabet? 5. So we will write it A, E, I, O, U. So this is tabular form and this is set builder form. So these two are the forms to represent set. Now this is the session all about today. I hope you all have understood and have enjoyed it too. So we will meet in the next video with other topics of set theory. Till then, have a good day and thank you.